Okay, this is the third video in a parenting series for everyday behavior management. If you haven't gone and watched those first two videos, it might be helpful to go and watch the earlier videos in this series so that you know what we're talking about, and these things all kind of tie together. The thing that we're talking about today is using reinforcement. The last video we talked about using your attention and being strategic in your attention. Your attention in and of itself is reinforcement. Reinforcement is not money. We often think reinforcement has to be money or toys or games or food. It doesn't have to be. Your attention in and of itself is reinforcement. It's anything. Words, encouragement, notes, acknowledgement that increase behavior, okay? So children need reinforcement for their behavior. We all need reinforcement for our behavior. We all need someone telling us, this is right. This is right. You're doing the right thing. These are the things I want to see more of. If you think about starting a new job, you need somebody there coaching you, telling you you're doing it the right way. If you're learning something new, you need feedback. You're doing it the right way. So maybe you just think about reinforcement as feedback. What is the feedback, okay? Think about a job. As an adult, with your job, you want a paycheck, okay? So yes, you're putting forth a lot of work and you're getting paid for doing that work. Children, money doesn't have to be the only form of reinforcement that you give them or the only form of feedback that you give them. Their job is to meet the expectations. So in video 1, we talked about what are the expectations. Here in video 3, we're talking about how do you reinforce or give feedback on those expectations. You can give attention, but you can also do a lot of different things that don't cost money or aren't stars or stickers or something like that, okay? So you can have your children, you may have a star chart or a sticker chart that you're working with, but you can do activities. So there's attention, then there's activities. Maybe they can just help you with something. Children love to be helpers. Parents, we don't like to do a lot of tasks, and so can you have them come in and help you with a task? Can you do a game night or a family night where they get to choose the game, they get to choose the movie that you watch? Can you just say, hey, we're going to have 5 minutes of undivided attention? That is huge. It's an activity, but it's huge for those children that have siblings and maybe don't always get undivided attention with one parent. This could even be, let's just run to the grocery store together. So you've got to go to the grocery store anyways, but I'm going to take you with me to the grocery store. Maybe it's going to the gas station to get a drink, or maybe it's just going for a car ride. There, you're out of the house. It's undivided. Let's talk about you. Activities can also be video game access. It can be TV time. It can be access to electronics or preferred toys. It can be crafting activities. A lot of times we don't get out the crafting activities, but kids can earn getting out crafting activities for meeting the expectations that they have. Reinforcement can also be tangible items. So it may be something like money. So for your older kids, especially those adolescents, they want money. And so it may be that you give them money or a quarter or $1 for every time that they're doing something. Maybe every time they say please or thank you, you put a penny in a jar. That's not much money, but it adds up over time if they're saying please and thank you a lot. Maybe it's a dime or a nickel, okay? Go to the bank, get you a roll of some change, and then put things in. Maybe they get a penny for things that you've been practicing for a long time, but a quarter or a nickel or a dime for things that are newer expectations or harder to do, like sharing toys, okay? Candy. A lot of times we use candy with toilet training, such as giving an M&M or a Skittle or something like that. But you can give M&Ms and Skittles or little candies, Smarties, those little bite-sized candies for a lot of different things. So for saying please, for saying thank you, for sharing their toys, for playing nicely, those are all good reinforcers, okay? Sometimes we don't think about it, but escape is also an excellent reinforcer. So we like to get out of tasks. I like when somebody does my laundry for me. I like if somebody makes dinner for me, or if we get to go out and eat. That is a huge reinforcer, even if it's just stopping at a local drive-thru on the way home, because then I get to escape having to prepare dinner having to clean up dinner, having to prep dinner and shop for dinner and all of those things. It's a great escape for me. Well, escape is great for your kids. So getting a free pass from a chore. So if you take out the trash Monday through Friday, I'll take it out on Saturday and Sunday. The key is they have to take it out if your expectation is doing your chore. So maybe your expectation is here's your chore. And if they do that 4 days or 5 days a week, then you'll do it for them for 1 day or 2 days. So getting a free pass from loading the dishes or cleaning up their dishes off the table. I'll take your dishes to the sink for you tonight if you take your dishes to the sink every other night. So doing a chore with your help. So sometimes kids have chores such as doing the dishes. If you do the dishes for 4 nights, then I'll help you on the 5th night and we'll do it together. Because then they get attention and a reduction in the effort they have to put forth. Extra bedtime. This is escaping having to go to bed early. So it's a privilege. So getting to sleep late or stay up late, those are also excellent escape rewards. And so be creative in your rewards. Don't just think about money or food, but think about all the other creative ways that you can reward or give feedback to your children.